So something unexpected popped up. This guy who was an illustrator hired a bunch of people to help him illustrate his children's book. And I was like, wow, that's such an interesting thing. Let me see sort of what he did and sort of how he did it. Guy took $1,000, just wrote whatever, 20 pages or something like that, and then just paid a bunch of different artists. And his thing was he wanted each page to have a different look, you know? So he picked a bunch of people with a bunch of different styles just to see what would happen. And this sort of really sparked an idea in my head, like, wait a minute. So how easy is it to make something right now? And there was an artist that I thought was just amazing. I was like, dude, this is incredible work. And I found them on Fiverr. And you can get 27 pages illustrated for $27. I mean, for $1,200. Let me say that again. You can get 27 pages illustrated for $1,200. And it really blew my mind. I was like, man, so you're saying I can make a book for like under $2,000? Huh. As you guys know, I've been on this journey of like, how do we get into the product sort of business side of things? Like, how do we sell something, a piece of entertainment or a piece of utility? And my journey as a filmmaker has really gone from, it's got to be a feature film, right? Then I was like, wait, I can't do that feasibly. Why don't I learn how to take these baby steps? Then I was like, all right, maybe we'll just do, like normal short films. Then from there, maybe it was the internet. Now I'm a big believer in podcasts and micro content. Even the quotes that we do tell a story. So there's a lot that I've opened up my mind to. And I feel like this is just another avenue. So like, as you guys know, I was like, okay, we're going to make a comic. That'll be the first thing. Why? Because it's the cheapest thing we can do to tell a visual story sort of that fits my tastes. But now my mind is completely opened up to other, even more feasible options. So I actually will say, I'm going to declare now that by the end of the year, I'm going to make a kid's book. The character's Benny the Bulldog. It's going to be about a rescued dog who basically like had it hard on the streets as a stray dog and finds a family and they teach him new things. Like, for example, there'll be a book that's like, basically it's like teaching this bulldog that it's like, it's okay to cry. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, this fits me. I know I could do something cool. Or like, I think the one that we're probably going to do is like Benny the Bulldog saves the holidays. Because I think, and how he does it is he saves a bunch of kittens in a blizzard. And the whole theme of that one is like, at first he's like, hey, cats are the enemies of dogs. Like, I'm not down. And then like through the journey, saves the kittens, and then at the end there'll be this adorable shot of these kittens licking him and everything, and you're gonna be like, that's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And it's got a really nice message for parents to teach their young kids about like, don't judge a book by its cover and all these stereotypes and things like that. I could make it for under $2,000. I could make 5 books for $10,000. I'm just throwing this out there now, of course, and it fits my uncle's dog apparel thing. I was telling him about it yesterday, and he really loved it. And he said one thing that he loved, again, because like, don't judge a book by its cover, it's a bulldog, he's big and tough looking. But my uncle was talking about how like, kids don't know the difference between things. They have to be taught it. And so like, there's something to say there. Like maybe there's like a backstory. Like he didn't know he was supposed to be mean to cats until the bigger, nastier dogs in the alley like made him, not like cats. And then now it all comes to a headway and he ends up saving the cats and realizes there's nothing to worry about. So that's the stuff I was learning and pondering this weekend. Again, for such a small cost, we can totally test out how do we make a book, then applying all the same things we're learning through Fiverr and everything else here about how do we then market this book? How do we make ads targeted towards dog owners, towards new, the same type of audience that my uncle would have, people that, want to share these messages. I'm sure it will be sort of a fun experiment. And again, as I've been having these kinds of conversations with everybody here, about where my head is going in terms of like the long-term direction of this company, and I feel like stuff like this is kind of ignites me.